There's an option in the color page that actually lets you switch between timeline order and the order in which that was shot on set. And that second option makes it so much easier and so much faster to batch grade similar shots without jumping back and forward over your timeline. It's going to save you so much time. Let me show you how it works. Okay, so we're in the color page. I've got here a short film that we shot a little while ago. And as you can see, we are jumping back and forward as the two actors are talking to each other. Now let's say I wanted to make a correction to this medium shot here. Say maybe the director wanted to, bring up the levels a little bit. We maybe pull up our gain, maybe increase our saturation or something. Now, obviously I want to apply that to every other instance of this shot in the timeline, every time we cut back to this angle. Now, with the way this is set up currently, I would have to hold Control and go selecting the individual shots whenever they appear, which can be a bit time consuming if you've got a conversation scene that lasts for a couple of minutes. Instead, if we go up to View and come all the way down to Timeline Thumbnail mode, and we switch this from Record, which is the order in which the shots appear in the edit, to Source, watch what happens. It's actually grouped our shots in order in which they were shot on set. So you can think of it as basically grouping by setup. You can see we've got all of the coverage for each actor now grouped. So if we were to make a change like we did before with our gain and our saturation, we can now just hold Shift, click all of the shots in this one setup, and middle click on the shot we've made the change to, and that gets applied to every instance of that shot in the timeline. You can see once we switch back, View, Timeline Thumbnail mode, and Record, this change has not affected the edit. We've just applied that change to all of those shots in a much more efficient way. So this is great for any time you have conversation scenes or even just scenes in which the setup or the location jumps around quite a bit in the edit. You can then come into your grade and organize it by the location, by the setup. You can see every instance of that one shot grouped together in the color page. While we're here, another bonus tip is underneath our timeline thumbnail mode, we also have our timeline thumbnail size. For some of you that might be set to auto, which just gives you bigger thumbnails. But if you're after a bit more screen space, say if you're editing on a laptop, or if you just like having the extra space to see your viewer or see your node graph, head over to timeline thumbnail size and set that to small or medium. And it just gives you a little bit of extra wiggle room for your node graph or your gallery. So a super small change, but can really help you grade more efficiently and save you a ton of time rather than having to jump around the timeline to find all the same instances of a shot. Hope you found that helpful. If you want any other Resolve tips and tricks, just let me know down in the comments, or if you want to see me go over a particular tool. But other than that, have a good one.